Now Powell. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
Now here's Williams. And Tyler Hero gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
On the inbound, and the dunk by Holmgren.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
And Greg, on a team as stacked as OKC, you can almost forget about Chet Holmgren, who is the number 2 overall pick back in 2022.
And let's give him his flowers, right? The portrait of a modern big man. Shot blocking, shooting range, and plays with an edge. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And so here is Oklahoma City, following the score by Miami. Here's Holmgren. Lays it up off the glass. Holmgren's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And great job from Holmgren. I like when he shows confidence attacking inside. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now Mitchell, after Lou Dort's three-pointer that didn't go. And that one's good. Wiggins.
Well, this is what you call hitting the ground running. 4 shots taken, 4 shots made.
Holmgren outside. From outside, off the mark. So the Heat, their last game, a win against the Wizards in Washington. Pass to Hero. Back to Powell. A three-pointer. Wiggins. It's hauled in by Jalen Williams. Thunder trailing by 3. And it's Dort off the drive. He gets it in there.
Well, Lou Dort off the deck. That powerful frame on the drive. Don't mess with him, boy.
For Miami, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks. Bam Adebayo is big time. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, quote, "The way he's worked over the years to add to his game has been incredible. He's one of the best passers on the team, and he's not afraid to take the shot in a big moment. He cares deeply about improving, and you see it in the results of his work." Back to you guys.
High praise indeed. Allie, we thank you very much. And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Teams changing it up here. Here's a look at some of the stats for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And guys, he's fighting it a little bit at the free throw line. In the past 10 games, the stroke just hasn't been what we saw earlier in the season. He'll be trying to right that ship here tonight.
Here's Larson. Coming off a stellar performance against Washington. Jaquez with the bucket.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Well, it was Miami winning their last game against the Wizards. And DB, you watch how the Thunder play defense. Great rim protection.
Kevin, this philosophy is all about taking away the paint first. If the ball is in the paint, sharks are in the water.
Now, here's Wiggins. 11 points last game. And it's Adebayo in the corner over Williams. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back. That's in his wheelhouse for sure.
Puts it up from 12, and Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
Boy, did he burrow his way in there, and the D just sort of backed off.
And Wiggins throws it down.
Oh, the electricity of Andrew Wiggins can really elevate around the rim.
52 seconds left to play here in the first. Williams looking around. From 13, Miami grabs the miss. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Yeah, proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
And I think it was clear that their plan was to attack from the three-point line, and it worked to perfection.
And that one, good.
My goodness, the ability of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to invite, to initiate that contact, so tough.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Thunder shooting their first free throw of the game. And so he hits the technical free throw. Eight seconds left to play in the first quarter. Jaquez with the steal. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And this game already taking shape as an offensive battle.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
And so it's the Miami Heat with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Heat.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball. Looking for fast break opportunities, always a good idea.
The other thing they've done a great job of so far is getting offense off of their defense, forcing turnovers, then quickly converting.
They've got Yonka Jonas. Khalil Ware's out there with Jaime Jaquez. Then there's Powell. And it's Larson in at the 3 slot. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Wallace outside. Holmgren finds Mitchell. Holmgren sets the screen for Mitchell. Holmgren. It's good on the putback.
I mean, length and skill. And Holmgren has a lot of both.
Up top, Powell, covered by Joe. Powell, that's good. Powell's got the lead up to 9 now for the Heat. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, fans becoming very familiar with the term second apron over the last few seasons. Front offices admit the devil is in the details. While it's not exactly a hard cap, teams are showing little willingness to endure the penalties that come with persisting above that second apron threshold.
That is so true. Shams, thank you very much for the report. Wallace outside. Here's Joe. Hits it from 3-point range.
No better person to answer a big-time three. Mr. Isaiah Joe, have at it.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Adebayo is checked in for the Heat. Mitchell comes in for Yonka Jonas. The Thunder also changing it up. Jalen Williams is checked in for Williams. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Mitchell. And Isaiah Joe, a high-level shooter, Doris, who does a lot of his damage off the catch.
Kevin, one of the prettiest jump shots in the league. This guy is always shot ready. The form is on point. The balance is there. You talk about a preeminent shooter, that is Isaiah Joe.
Powell outside. Over Joe. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Thunder trailing by 7. Joe with it. Now defended by Adebayo. SGA's shot is good.
Yeah, this is his bread and butter, folks. SGA lives inside the painted area.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks, Kevin. Oklahoma City is not the biggest town, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said, quote, "Me personally, the market doesn't matter. I love the people in the organization and the people around me. And those are the things that matter. I go to work every single day with a smile on my face." Kevin?
Yep, a wonderful organization. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report. Williams kicks to Wallace. Offline with his three. Miami leading by 7. Here's Powell. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. Powell's got 7.
Wow, with contact in the restricted area, Norman Powell, pretty play.
It's Joe on the wing. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Offensive rebound. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Here's Adebayo. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
I like watching Adebayo operate inside. He is so efficient down low.
Williams with a clean look. No good on the 3.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
And I think because of that, they've gotten the better looks to start this basketball game.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And the Heat with some changes. Andrew Wiggins checked in for Khalil Ware. Tyler Hero comes in for Jaime Jaquez. And it's Jovic in for Davion Mitchell. And then for Oklahoma City, Hartenstein's checked in for Holmgren. Dort comes in for Cason Wallace. And it's Mitchell in for Isaiah Joe. Mitchell outside. Williams for 3. And it's Miami with the rebound. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
Yeah, they really snuffed that one out. Didn't execute all that well. Fortunate to walk away with the W.
Yeah, but as a team, you actually love a win like that. You're struggling from the field. You don't have your best stuff. Still, you find a way to gut out a win.
Hero kicks to Wiggins. Back to Hero. From deep. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
And look at how confident Hero is from range. He'll take that shot whenever possible.
Way outside. Gilgeous-Alexander.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Wiggins goes up and lays it nice and easy. Wiggins has got 11.
Well, how about the aggressiveness of Andrew Wiggins? So good at fighting through the contact, taking the challenge of the defense. That's beautiful.
Hero against Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander puts it up and through.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And so that's the end of the first half. Miami ahead, leading by 10. And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
I'm here with Coach Spoelstra. Coach, where's your team getting its confidence and energy from in that first half?
Yeah, we're getting a lot of it off our defensive stops, and then once we got into a rhythm, then started to, just make some tough ones, which sometimes happens when you see the ball go in.
Defense set the tone, though. Thanks, Coach.
Allie, thank you for that interview. And now we're at halftime, and we'll be back to bring you more basketball after this.
And as we welcome you to halftime, no other way to say it, an abysmal start for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
You're not going to win many games shooting under 30% from three. If they want to climb back into it, they've got to focus on getting easier looks there, Ernie.
Not everybody can be like the Jet, though, who shot a career 40% from behind the line.
39.9%. That half year in Atlanta killed it, Ernie.
I would agree with that.
All right, let's switch it over. See what the fans are posting on social media. And we got a question here from Christo at Point. Between Kenny and Shaq, who's the best at playing 2K?
Oh, it's got to be me, Ernie. Come on. Shaq's hands are too big for the controller.
See, that's where your mistake is, my guy. I don't even need a controller, Kenny. I'm in the game. I can program.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game. He's been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
And here is Mitchell. Here's who Mark Daigneault is going to put out there to start the second half. Holmgren plays at the 4 with Hartenstein at the center spot. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward position. Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Hartenstein.
Hartenstein's such a high IQ big man. This guy impressive feel for when he should try to score it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Over in the corner, Dort. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Williams can't get it to go. The Heat leading by 13. Mitchell outside. Pass to Powell over Williams. And Powell gets it to go on the assist by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 4 assists in the game. And SGA has got the ball here for the Thunder. And there's the drive. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Oh, my goodness. The quickness of SGA, the burst. It's like a blur.
Here's Hero. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Hero's got 7.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. 11 points in the game. Holmgren with a screen on Hero. Here's Dort. Holmgren. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame. Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Thunder trailing by 15. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. You talk about a player who can absolutely light it up. He averages over 31 points a game. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
Boy, this guy is an absolute force of nature on the offensive end. SGA, I don't know what the defense is going to do with you.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Now, here's a look at the last few months of assist numbers for Davion Mitchell.
He hasn't been nearly as effective a passer these past few months, and that's unfortunate because when he's passing it well and the assists are coming, he is a much more complete player. It's something he has to be thinking about.
A three-pointer, Wiggins. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Thunder trailing by 13. The number 1 overall pick back in 2014, Andrew Wiggins, certainly capable.
Elite length and athleticism. His shot creation is more good than great. He has that 2022 All-Star nod to his credit, and of course, a championship from that same season.
Out to Powell. Puts one up from 19. That ball is good for another field goal. His sixth. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
This guy is always shot ready. Norman Powell's instincts as a scorer are exceptional.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. The Heat leading by 12. Here's Hero. Count it. Hero's got 9.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Thunder have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. SGA with the bucket.
Boy, as strong as he's been, they're going to need him to continue shouldering the load to try to break through.
Here's Hero. That ball's nice feed that time from Wiggins. 11 points for Tyler Hero.
And how about Harrell's body control, capable of still scoring even when the defense ups the ante in terms of physicality.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout, looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. This break in the action gives us a chance to show you the NBA's current fast break specialists. The Heat third.
I think that's what really distinguishes them offensively. They really like to get out in transition.
Wiggins passes to Williams. Back to Wiggins. Here's Joe. That three off the mark.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open and yet somehow comes away empty.
The baseline J. Thunder with the rebound. Although they're down big right now, Greg, still plenty of time left in this one.
At this point, they got to take it one possession at a time.
Yeah, he needs to take a lot more shots. He's been efficient, trying to get his teammates involved, but it's time for him to step up.
Here's Hero. Bucket is good.
Boy, this guy making the most of his chances here, really giving his team a lift.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
26 seconds left to play in the third. Now here's Wallace. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Wallace has got 4 points in the quarter.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Larson, no good. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Heat lead by 13. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. Head coach Erik Spoelstra mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
Trust it. Good to great. Good to great. Don't settle for average shots. Move it.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Adebayo is out there with Khalil Ware. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. Then it's Mitchell, and it's Larson in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Miami leading by 11. And here's Adebayo outside. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And he's worked hard on that shot. Bam is now very willing to let it fly from beyond the arc.
Now Wallace. And Wallace gets double teamed. On the wing, Mitchell. Covered by Mitchell. 4 on the shot clock. Chalk up 2 there. Wiggins has got his first points of the night.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim unabated in stride.
Mitchell passes to Jaquez. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 6 assists here tonight.
And that's back-to-back threes
The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Pass to Wallace. To the paint. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Okay, might be young, but that's a grown man finish from Mr. Holmgren. Right on the defense.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Heat?
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
Also, I just love how hard they've taken the ball to the rack. They've made a point of attacking, and it's led to them getting buckets.
And Miami making a change here. Wiggins is checked in. Williams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Mitchell. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Hi, guys. Well, Mark Daigneault was just reviewing the plan with his team, and he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide-open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
All right, Allie, we thank you for that.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Williams, a screen on Mitchell. Gilgeous-Alexander goes up and puts it down.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
And he banks the layup in.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it. Boy, this guy was able to connect from deep in the first half, hasn't found the range since.
Shoots the three. A three-pointer. Good.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
And the Thunder with some changes. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Williams comes in for Wiggins, and it's Dort in for Wallace. And we'll have a timeout called by Erik Spoelstra. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. And we'll have a timeout called by Erik Spoelstra. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And a big mental mistake as they get called for the timeout when they had none remaining. And they're going to pay for it with maybe the rarest of technical fouls.
And guys, you know that during the last timeout, the guys are all reminded and reminding each other, hey, we don't have any left. What a huge error.
Certainly, Greg, not one we see very often, but it does happen. His mind was diverted on other things, I guess, not the timeout situation for sure.
Well, Hartenstein is a very physical big man. He is not one to shy away from contact.
Shooting a technical free throw, Isaiah Hartenstein.
The Heat leading by 14. Wiggins surveying the floor. Now Hawkins. It's in. His shot is pure.
Well, the passing ability of Andrew Wiggins on display, and ask anyone, they'll tell you he's a great team guy.
SGA fires. Misses the three. The Heat have gotten absolutely red hot shooting the ball here in the fourth. A perfect 6 for 6.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
To the inside, Holmgren. That one drops.
And it's encouraging to see Dort drop dimes like that, wanting to round out this part of his game.
Here's Hawkins. Now Wiggins puts up the three. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. Mitchell's got his 7th assist in the game.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
The Heat leading by 20.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Heat.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
And bragging rights between these teams were on the line today, and they put in some very good work to earn it.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Andrew Wiggins.
This is the very definition of being in a zone. Everything the defense tried against him, he had an answer for it.
Holmgren gets the bucket.
And I love the competitive edge Holmgren plays with, coming right back with his own triple.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for Miami. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Jaquez outside. A three-pointer. Wiggins. And again, Miami with the triple.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Dort misses. Wiggins outside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
Tyler, these Miami fans, they are so appreciative of the effort that you guys displayed tonight. Talk about what they mean to you.
Yeah, we couldn't do it without these amazing fans right here, so we appreciate you guys continuing to support us through the ups and downs, and we appreciate y'all.
Thanks so much, Tyler.
Oh, terrific job, Allie. Thank you so much. That was enjoyable. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us. And now our player of the game, Andrew Wiggins.